A force so strong it's finally pushing the Philippines past its old demons and into a new era of wealth, power, and influence. This isn't just a feel-good story, it's a seismic shift that's about to reshape Southeast Asia, and it's a story you need to hear right now. Because the question is no longer, will the Philippines ever rise? The question is, why the Philippines is finally becoming a rich country. And the answer involves an invisible force that has been secretly propping up the nation for decades, a force that many have mistaken for weakness. If you're interested in this topic, hit the like button, subscribe, and type "interested" in the comments. And I will give you a heart. In this video, we'll expose the hidden truth behind the Philippines' economic awakening, pulling back the curtain on the forces that have been secretly at work for years. We're going to give you the blueprint of a rising nation, showing you the new industries that are not just growing, but exploding right now. We'll peel back the layers on the massive infrastructure projects that are literally changing the landscape, and we'll reveal the surprising psychological shift happening among the Filipino people themselves. You'll discover how a young, digitally savvy population is leveraging global connections to build wealth from the ground up, and how this is creating life-changing opportunities for investors around the world who are smart enough to get in early. We'll also confront the biggest, darkest obstacles that could derail this progress entirely and threaten to send the nation back to its old struggles. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the Philippines is on the cusp of a transformation that many thought would never happen. But to truly grasp the scale of this change, we have to start with the single most heartbreaking element of its history, a pain that has become its greatest strength. To understand the Philippines' powerful future, you must first remember its painful past. For centuries, the country was a pawn in a global game, a prize for colonial powers. First the Spanish, then the Americans, and finally the Japanese. Each left their mark, but they also left behind an economy that was weak, unbalanced, and unstable. When true independence came in 1946, the Philippines was a country with big dreams but no real foundation. It struggled with political instability and a deeply entrenched culture of corruption. Basic services were a luxury, not a right. Infrastructure projects would start and then vanish, the funds mysteriously disappearing. In the 70s and 80s, the country was saddled with massive debt under the Marcos regime, a burden that crippled its economy for decades and sent it spiraling into an economic dark age. While its neighbors like South Korea and Thailand built modern factories and world-class cities, the Philippines was stuck. Its most ambitious, its most talented, had only one option: leave. The country became known for its OFWs, overseas Filipino workers, who sacrificed being with their families to send money home. This created a powerful, undeniable image. The Philippines was a country of people who had to leave to succeed. It was a symbol of national failure. But what if that exodus, the very thing that defined its struggle, became the secret ingredient to its success? What if the tragedy of a nation became the source of its strength? This is where our story takes its first crucial, emotionally charged turn. The billions of dollars sent home by millions of OFWs weren't just for survival. They were a powerful, unseen engine of growth. For years, this remittance economy was the invisible hand propping up the country, a hidden lifeline that kept it resilient to global shocks and domestic turmoil. It's a fact many outsiders completely miss. This isn't just a trickle, it's a torrent. The amount of money OFWs send home annually is greater than the total foreign aid the country receives and is a staggering percentage of the national GDP. But here's the game-changing part that's happening right now. This money is no longer just being used for daily expenses. It's being used to invest in the Philippines. It's building new homes, funding small businesses, and putting kids through college. It's a grassroots economic revolution, funded by the love, sacrifice, and ambition of millions of families. It's an act of love that became an act of economic defiance. It's a powerful bottom-up force that laid the groundwork for stability. But a quiet and far more modern force is about to turbocharge this growth into something truly unprecedented. A force that has given millions of Filipinos a stable high-tech job without ever having to leave home. While the remittance economy was quietly building a foundation, another industry was about to erupt, creating a new, stable middle class and forever changing the face of the nation. The Philippines is now the undisputed world's top destination for business process outsourcing, or BPO. This isn't just about call centers anymore, though that's where it started. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry that employs millions of Filipinos in high-skill, high-paying jobs like software development, accounting, and creative design. The combination of a young, educated, and highly English-proficient population, coupled with a deep-seated culture of hospitality and service, gave the Philippines an unbeatable edge. This wasn't just about cheap labor, it was about quality talent. This industry is a lifeline, pumping billions of dollars into the local economy every year. It created vibrant new cities and business districts from scratch. It created stable jobs, allowed millions to afford a better life, and put money directly into the hands of a new generation. But here's the really interesting part. These BPO skills are now fueling a second, even more powerful wave. A wave that's not confined to office buildings, but is happening right in people's living rooms, in small towns, and remote provinces across the nation. The call center revolution was just the beginning. It trained an entire generation of Filipinos in a high-tech, service-oriented economy. But a new force is now taking that a step further, democratizing opportunity on an unprecedented scale. With a smartphone and an internet connection, Filipinos are joining a digital gold rush. They're becoming virtual assistants for clients in the US and Europe, selling products on global e-commerce platforms, and building their own social media empires. This isn't just a side hustle, it's a full-fledged economic engine. The internet is giving millions of people a chance to build their own future without ever having to leave their homes or their families. For the first time, people in small towns and remote provinces can earn a global salary. This is giving power to individuals and families who were once left behind, creating a new wave of entrepreneurs and innovators. This isn't just about money, it's about dignity, freedom, and the power to control your own destiny. But none of this would matter without the next crucial piece of the puzzle, a massive infrastructure boom that's finally connecting the country and preparing it for a high-tech, global future. You can't have a modern, rich economy without a modern backbone. For decades, the Philippines' infrastructure was a frustrating bottleneck, traffic that stole hours of your life, old ports that slowed down trade, and a lack of reliable power. It was a glaring weakness that held the country back from its true potential. But that is changing, and it's changing fast. Under the government's Build, Build program, the country is undergoing the biggest infrastructure transformation in its history. New expressways, bridges, and a long-awaited subway system are finally being built. This is more than just concrete and steel. It's about jobs, millions of them. It's about reducing costs for businesses, making it easier to transport goods, and connecting remote areas to major economic centers. It's making the country smaller, faster, and more efficient. For investors looking to invest in the Philippines, this infrastructure is the new foundation for growth, a clear signal that the nation is finally serious about competing on the global stage. But can this progress survive the very thing that has always held the country back, its reputation? For years, global investors saw the Philippines with a wary eye. They saw the corruption, the political instability, and the natural disasters. But a seismic shift is happening right now. The world is finally taking notice. International financial institutions like the World Bank and the IMF are now forecasting strong, continued growth for the Philippines. Foreign investors, seeing the young population, the stable politics, and the massive infrastructure projects, are pouring billions of dollars into the country. They're not just seeing a source of cheap labor, they're seeing a rapidly growing market of over 115 million people with a young, talented, and highly motivated workforce. This foreign direct investment is the ultimate vote of confidence in the future of the nation. It's funding everything from new manufacturing plants to cutting-edge technology hubs. It's creating high-quality, long-term jobs and transferring skills that will benefit the country for decades. The phrase "invest in the Philippines" is no longer a fringe idea, it's a mainstream strategy for global business. And as this foreign money flows in, it's turbocharging every other growth engine we've talked about. But don't be fooled. A massive looming threat still exists that could unravel all of this progress. This incredible growth story is not a fairy tale. It comes with a massive double-edged sword. The same old problems that have plagued the Philippines for decades still exist, and they have the power to derail everything. Income inequality remains a huge issue. While high-tech cities like Manila and Cebu are booming, many rural areas are still struggling with poverty, a lack of clean water, and limited access to education. The wealth is not being shared equally, and that is a dangerous, destabilizing force. And then there's the biggest, most unforgiving threat of all, climate change. The Philippines is one of the most disaster-prone countries on Earth, and every year, powerful typhoons, earthquakes, and floods wipe out billions in economic gains, leaving communities in ruins and pushing millions back into poverty. The fight against corruption and political instability is a constant struggle, a ghost from the past that still haunts the nation's present. For this growth to be real and sustainable, the country has to find a way to solve these deeply ingrained problems. But there's a powerful new demographic emerging right now that might be the key to all of it, a force more potent than any government project or foreign investment. For the first time in a long time, the youth of the Philippines are not just dreaming of leaving. They're dreaming of staying. A new generation of Filipinos is rising, armed with a better education, a global perspective, and a deep sense of patriotism. They're no longer just working for someone else. They're building their own companies, creating their own jobs, and solving their own problems. They're seeing a future in their own country, a future their parents could only dream of. This psychological shift is the most crucial part of this entire story. When a country's brightest minds stop leaving and start building, a powerful chain reaction begins. The innovation starts flowing. The best ideas get funded. And the economy becomes a self-sustaining engine of growth. This new sense of hope is what will power the Philippines into the future. It's the final, and most important, piece of the puzzle. This is the moment a nation of people stops just surviving and starts thriving. This is the moment a nation becomes truly rich, not just in money, but in spirit and possibility. So what does it mean for the Philippines to finally become a rich country? It doesn't mean every problem is solved overnight. But it means that for the first time in a century, the future is not defined by survival, but by possibility. It means the sacrifices of millions of Filipinos working abroad are finally bearing fruit in the form of a stronger nation. It means that the next generation of Filipinos can choose to stay and build their dreams at home. It means a country once defined by its problems is now defined by its potential. This transformation is real, and it's happening now. The convergence of a young, digitally skilled population, massive foreign investment, a national infrastructure boom, and a renewed sense of hope has created a perfect storm for growth. The Philippines is no longer a country of what-ifs. It's a country of what's next. The world is watching. The world is investing. And for the first time in a long time, the future of the Philippines is not just bright, it's brilliant. If this video gave you a new perspective and an understanding of this incredible transformation, please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Do you believe the Philippines is finally becoming a rich country? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't miss our next video, where we reveal the 5 global powers that secretly fear the Philippines' rise. You won't believe how this story is connected. Click on the video now to find out.